Today we'll look at how to calculate the section inertia along a beam. We'll begin by creating our beam. We'll create a 1 by 2 by 10 inch long beam, and then we'll put a hole through the middle of it. And lastly, we'll put some taper on the beam. Here we'll select the vector normal to that face. We'll select our stationary face and our faces to draft. Alright, that looks good. Now that we have our tapered beam, we'll make sure that we're in the modeling application. And we'll go to Menu, Analysis, Section Inertia. In an earlier video, we covered how to use existing section to calculate the section inertia. Today we'll look at how to use parallel sections and along a curve. First we'll select our faces, and the faces to select, it's easiest to use body faces. But really we only need the faces that are normal to the z-axis, which are going to intersect the z-axis. So we could leave off the two faces on the end, but we'll just take all of them. It doesn't cause a problem to select all of them. And then we'll go ahead and generate our section data. And here we can see our moment of inertia. Might be a little bit easier to see if we just turn on the moment of inertia data and the sections that it created and turn off our geometry. And then we can see that we get a max and a min moment of inertia. And the max is going to be about our vertical neutral axis. Our min is going to be about our horizontal neutral axis. And here you can see the other moments of inertia that were calculated at the other sections, including the one with the hole. Now let's go ahead and undo, and then we'll run the section inertia command again, but this time we'll use, instead of parallel sections, section along curve. So here we'll select again the same faces, all of them, body faces, and then we'll do select path, which will be an edge along the taper. And here you'll see that now it will create our planes normal to that edge, which gives us a different answer. And that's how to calculate the section inertia along a beam.